We're on day 3 of our trip to the National World War II Museum in New Orleans, from where we live in the Villages, Florida. This road trip was 9 hours, so we stopped in Destin, Florida for an overnight, and now we're heading into the Big Easy. We drove past the Superdome and found our final destination in the Warehouse District, located on Magazine Street and Andrew Higgins Boulevard in the Crescent City, New Orleans. In this video, we'll give you 3 pro travel tips to help you with your visit to the museum. We stayed at the Higgins, which is the official hotel of the National World War II Museum and is a Hilton hotel. They offer several different travel packages, which include your hotel stay, museum tickets, free parking, and breakfast vouchers. We purchased a 2-day admission, which also included a multi-dimensional show called Beyond All Boundaries. Our stay at the Higgins was one of the best experiences we've ever had. The convenient location to the museum, along with the hotel's stunning ambiance and our comfortable room accommodations, not to mention the great hotel service and delicious food, made it by far an absolutely enjoyable travel experience. Be sure to check the Higgins website, as they offer seasonal packages and have special discounts for military families and veterans, AAA members, and AARP memberships. These rates and information can change over time, and we can't guarantee any of this information will still be current, so always check their website.
The Higgins Hotel is located right across the street from the museum. Our first pro travel tip is about the parking. When you first arrive, do not go into the parking garage if you've purchased a museum package. Park outside of the hotel and go inside to check in and get your parking voucher, or you risk not getting your free parking. This is very important. The trick here is there are only 2 or 3 designated curbside parking spots to stop at in the very front of the hotel on Magazine Street. You will be tempted to just go right into the parking garage. It's best to just circle around the block to get one of those spots, or drop your partner off to check in and get the parking ticket voucher. Getting to this busy area earlier in the day before check-in time is key.
What a lovely room.
I think you have the wrong room for this. Did you see the bathroom?
Looks good. Passed the comfort test already, I think.
Here we are. It's a great room. It's time to go get our car checked into the parking lot next door. You unload out front, and then you bring your luggage in, and then you get a parking pass. I think it's like $45 plus. We'll put the price up if you buy it separate, but we bought a package, so it's all included in the package. Right?
That's right.
That's right. Okay, let's go get rid of our car and our luggage.
That's right.
4-wheeler.
Upstairs is the crown jewel of the Higgins, called Rosie's on the Roof. This theme-based bar transports you back into the 1940s as well. They're expanding the popular rooftop bar, so you'll have an even better view of the New Orleans downtown city skyline. We headed upstairs for a drink and ordered the crispy fried Brussels sprouts with bacon and crushed pralines. They were yummy.
I like it.
We called it a night and started our first day of touring at the museum the next morning.
The National World War II Museum is one of the top-rated museums globally because of its immersive, interactive exhibits and quality of artifacts. It tells the story of the war that changed the world. The exhibits explain why World War II was fought, how it was won, and shows the price of freedom for all.
The museum itself is a huge complex made up of 7 interconnected buildings.
Pro travel tip number 2 is finding the main ticket entrance to the museum after stepping out of the main hotel lobby door at the Higgins. Look for the connecting walking bridge running over Andrew Higgins Boulevard. You'll end up crossing the street twice to find the main entrance.
You see this bridge that goes across between the 2 buildings? You know that the entrance is on the right-hand side here. Go to the red sign. If you don't have tickets, you come over here.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, purchase. Pre-purchase and will call. The ticket area has an interesting display of the amphibious assault vehicles, the LCVP, made by Higgins Industries in Louisiana during the war.
Infantry Division on Omaha Beach. Our Higgins boat hit a sandbar, and we jumped into the water and immediately went in over our heads. We struggled to make it to shore through the relentless gunfire, but all 12 of my men fought hard, and 6 hours later, we safely reached the hills.
At the will call window, we exchanged our tickets and received our PIN for the day to give us all-day access to the museum.
Okay, gotta put that on somewhere. Alright, so with this little thing, you can get in and out of the event for today, right?
Right.
Yeah.
To all the buildings. Our first stop was the dog tag experience, where you watch for interactive stations throughout the museum to follow an individual's real-life story. Get the train. The train ride feels real, with sounds that transport you back to the war era.
Okay, they're going to tell us how to do the dog tags, and then when they say let's get started, you tap your dog tag over here on the left-hand side. It's like we're sitting in a little train. Is this your first train ride?
Yeah.
Hey, miss, is this your first train ride?
Using the dog tag, you can listen to and immerse yourself into their story, which is at a specific point in the war.
I shipped overseas to Edinburgh, Scotland. We had to be in good shape, so we trained by walking and hiking with all of our gear. We met our first patients, British soldiers who had been wounded in the North Africa campaign. Treating these men prepared us for what bombs, bullets, and shrapnel can do to the human body.
I wrote about what was really going on in North Africa because I thought Americans didn't have an accurate view of the situation. It was not all strawberries and cream.
You two are about to embark on an extraordinary journey. Tap your dog tag at the numbered stations to check in with your World War II individual and hear the next chapter of their story. Tap your dog tag to the reader in front of you to meet the individual you will be following and start your personal journey.
In Building 3, there are 2 levels of galleries which bring to life the European theater of war and show the drama and sacrifices made in order to defeat the Axis of power and preserve freedom. The Pacific Theater retraces the path from Pearl Harbor to Tokyo Bay and highlights naval warfare.
So I go to the second floor because, or maybe it's the third floor now, because everybody was on the second floor.
Yeah, as soon as you get off the train station, and they go right to the first thing to the right, so go to the left. Yeah. The National World War II Museum essentially takes you through the preparation on the home front to the road to war with artifacts and fascinating personal narratives. Building 2 houses the Solomon Victory Theater and the U.S. Merchant Marine Gallery. The show Beyond All Boundaries is a 4D exciting journey through the war narrated by Tom Hanks. It has first-person accounts from the trenches to the home front featuring CGI animation. This is an add-on purchase, but our hotel package included the price of this show.
The Enigma machine was a device used by the Nazis to encrypt and decrypt messages during World War II. It was a typewriter-like machine with rotors that changed position each time a key was pressed. The machine's complexity made it seem unbreakable, but Allied codebreakers eventually cracked the code.
We stopped for lunch at the American Sector restaurant found within the museum. It's open daily for lunch and very reasonably priced. The bill came with a Tootsie Roll, which was used in the GI ration kit because of its quality to withstand heat and humidity, and it was a quick energy source.
Building 5 is the Boeing Center, which houses the Planes and Vehicles of War exhibitions. The area is a gigantic 4-level area with huge aircraft like the B-17 named My Gal Sal hanging from the ceiling, with lifelike mannequin pilots sitting in their cockpit. There were aircraft viewing catwalks on levels 3 and 4 with interactive flight computers to give you a real-life sense of the battle. This is where we have pro travel tip number 3. Although the line for the elevator is usually long to get up into this interactive area, and the elevator is slow, the steps to walk up and down at the end of the day were tiring. So tip number 3 is, use the elevator. Well, this was a really cool part of the display, especially the tank. I really enjoyed seeing that, seeing some of the history of the tank and modifications they made with steel that they removed from destroyed German tanks and vehicles, to make put something on the front of it so they could power their way through hedgerows.
There's a pilot up in My Gal.
Taking down a couple of German planes.
Electronically heated jackets. Huh. Building 6 is the Hall of Democracy, which is an educational center, has a women's section displaying the uniforms worn, and it also houses the museum gift shop. So when they tried to recruit the women, the selling point was that they would get $200 for an allowance for a uniform, and uniform cost maybe $160 and they got $40 left over. But for some women, this was like the nicest uniform, the nicest outfit that they would own. It was very fitted and beautiful, and they walked out proudly in that new uniform with $40 in their pocket. Talking about in that letter about how she can get 6 months pay if something happens to him, during 6 months pay, like the details of what the government has told him if something would happen to him.
Within minutes, 15 B-17s from the 100th Bomb Group are lost. As the remaining bombers reach the city, enemy anti-aircraft guns unleash a barrage of flak. It's the thickest blanket of flak the bomber crews have ever seen.
Boy, you really feel it.
Cover obscures their target. All German fighters renew their attack.
First reports are coming in from Belgium. The surprise German attack has broken through the American lines, and the casualties are mounting into the thousands. Thousands more have been taken prisoner. We have a lot of wounded. Our guys are suffering from frostbite and trench foot.
We've been caught flat-footed. It should have occurred to us that Hitler might do something crazy and desperate.
In the midst of devastating losses and retreat.
Or Ordorf concentration camp.
I mean, I feel like I'm in a plane. These are very cool. Can you see the rivets?
This familiar symbol was found in unexpected places around Europe during the war and became a morale booster for the U.S. troops.
In the next video, we'll check out the exciting interactive submarine experience.
Range 1100 fire.
We look forward to learning about winning the war, liberating the world, and see how the U.S. emerges as a superpower. Check out the first video in this series by clicking here. Comment below and hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.